Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So, a new All-Star is going out to the Western Conference in the form of Paul Millsap to the Denver Nuggets. He just signed a 3-year, $90 million contract, guys. Now, I actually personally do like this move a lot for the Denver Nuggets, in the sense that does give them kind of that stretch forward position to put next to Nikola Jokic, who is really an up-and-coming player last season. You know, kind of Fareed, I do like him a lot. Not as a starter, though, man. I like him as kind of like a hustle man off the bench, kind of like a six-man, bringing some additional energy. I don't know if he'll actually be back on this team or not, but as of right now, Paul Millsap is on the Denver Nuggets. Now, this team is actually looking pretty decent. I do think they need to upgrade their point guard position. While Jameer Nelson, once upon a time on the Orlando Magic, was a good point guard, he had a pretty decent season last season, too. I feel like it's time to move in a new direction with that. Hopefully they can bring back Gary Harris, who is one of the up-and-coming, you know, really good two-way players in the NBA. Wilson Chandler's always been a decent scoring small forward. But definitely overall, man, a good move to bring an all-star to this team, as the Western Conference is just getting even more and more stacked out there, my friends. It's getting crazy out there. But I'm thinking this team needs to do something like maybe trade Kenneth Fareed, maybe even like a Will Barton or Jamal Murray, and try to upgrade that point guard position. I don't think there's a lot of good choices left as far as free agency goes. I mean, maybe they can go for a guy like Derrick Rose. But yeah, guys, the free agency pool is definitely dwindling down. But man, what you guys all think about this move right here? I'm gonna go ahead, guys. We're gonna simulate the season, talk about it a bit more, and just kind of about like what Paul Millsap brings to this Denver Nugget team. Now, first and foremost, like I was saying, he is an all-star last season, man. He was an all-star in the Eastern Conference. That will not be the case in the Western Conference. I'm sorry to say. You know, Paul Millsap, I think he was kind of like one of the last guys voted on anyway, but this Western Conference is going to be so stacked from guards to forwards to centers that there's just no way in hell he's going to make it. But I don't know, man. I feel like because the Western Conference has always been more offensive oriented, at least in years past. At least in my opinion, it has been. I mean, maybe there's not really statistics to back that up. And I guess I'm thinking more so back to like the 2000, you know, the earlier 2000s. But yeah, man, it's just, so I was going to say that, you know, I feel like Paul Millsap, just like his style of play, would work really well in the Western Conference. But regardless, I don't think it's a move that's going to kind of like hinder the effectiveness of Jokic. If anything, it's going to open up the floor for Jokic a lot more, like I was saying, man, because Jokic kind of plays the game like a guard in the center's body. So having Millsap on that three-point line and be able to, you know, just be an additional guy to pass to, and just know that you pass it to him, that chances are the man's going to get a bucket. So I actually think it's going to help Jokic out a lot there. I was a bit surprised by the move too. While I do like it, I was a bit surprised just from the sense that, well, the Denver Nuggets, man, it's like, yeah, they're going to be a good team. I mean, I don't see them as like making the playoffs this season. I just don't think they're quite there yet, especially until they really improve that point guard position. But at the same time, man, it's like, you know, if Jokic can continue to improve, if Millsap can give them a solid 17 points per game, you know, which I think he's more than capable of doing at that position. And then if a guy like Jamal Murray can really step into his role, I believe Murray was actually, I know it doesn't really say that much, but it says something. I think that Murray in the All-Star game for like the rookies and sophomores, or however they do it now, I believe he won MVP. So that's got something to it, I think. I think that's got something saying that under the right system, Jamal Murray can still be a really good basketball player in the NBA. And then Gary Harris, if they can bring him back, which is no guarantees either. I'm not sure what the situation with Danilo Gallinari is. I know Gallinari has been looking elsewhere, so I don't think they're going to give him the money, especially, you know, Millsap was like a 6'9", 6'10" stretch four at the 4 spot. I don't see them also utilizing and giving that money to Danilo Gallinari, who is virtually the same similar type of player, man. I think they would be better off maybe just letting Wilson Chandler start a small forward or using that money elsewhere. So with Millsap on this team, 46-35 for the record, guys, 6 in the Western Conference, so they told me to shut the hell up, and they get a W against the Paul George and the OKC Thunder and Russell Westbrook, of course, who got MVP. But I'm curious if we get so we got Jokic as most improved player. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I expect Jokic to be a low 20-point per game scorer next season. That's just my opinions on that. But let's see if we got any more Nuggets up in here. Probably not. Like I said, there ain't no way that Paul Millsap is going to make the All-NBA team or All-Star team, I should say, out in the Western Conference. Just too much talent out there going up against them. But he'll still be a solid player nonetheless. So, player stat-wise, this is what it's looking like. We got Paul Millsap averaging 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. So, that's kind of what I expected. Now, if you are a Denver Nuggets fan or really just knowledgeable in the game of basketball, do you think that he is worth $30 million a season? That is a hell of a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money to invest in a 33-year-old basketball player. But, you know, if he plays like an all-star, then hey, man, money well spent, I guess, right? Let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the playoffs here, see how we do. We got the San Antonio Spurs. Now, if the Nuggets were to make the playoffs, it would be as like a 7th or 8th seed, so I don't expect them to make it past the first round. Simulate current round, see how this goes. And, okay, yeah, they lost 4 games to the San Antonio Spurs. Let's check out the playoff stats here, see how people performed. So, yeah, Jokic scoring actually went down, but the rebounds went up, and the assist game looking nice. Paul Millsap, 16 points, once again, 7 rebounds. Not like an amazing rebounder, but still, like, he's more capable of grabbing them. I don't know, man. It's going to give them some additional offense out there. I really do think they need to re-sign Gary Harris, and they need to invest in a new point guard via trade or something. If you get Gary Harris, you don't really need Will Barton. Kenneth Faried can probably walk now. So I feel like there's some sort of market out there that would take these guys on their team for a point guard position. So maybe even, I don't know, man, Darren Williams, maybe try him out for a season. Not really sure, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about this free agent signing. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you're new to my channel. And peace out, my friend.